Everybody, welcome back. Welcome to Sewing Tuesday. Today we're going to do some hand sewing on tags. So I did this cute little X's and O's on this one, and I'm going to add some X's, and I'm going to add some up here for you guys to show you how I did that. I have this where I did this decorative stitch around, and as you can tell, I'm in the process of it. I thought I'd show you guys how to finish it and then start a new one if like I don't have enough thread to finish it. And other tips and tricks. Ugh. So stay tuned. Let's start and finish this off. So this is embroidery thread that I'm using because I like it a little thicker. I just thought that would give it a little bit of a touch, and I am just freehanding it. You can totally, I'll show you a trick if you don't want to do that. I know a lot of people don't have sewing machines, so this definitely is a way you can add some homemade stitching to your tags without having a sewing machine. So, and then I tend to flip this just to make sure I'm somewhere in between the two. And I am going to go down. That way I can still put a tag, a portion on there. Like a topper. So then when I have the first X, I turn it around and I kind of look back and forth to start my second one. So make sure I go down just a little bit. And then I flip it and make sure again I'm between the two. There we go, and then I'm going to do a lot of flip upside down, up and down, up and down, just to make sure I get what I want where. There we go. Now you can do this with regular sewing thread. I just happen to want it a little bit of a bolder look. So when you're done, you're going to go underneath. Oh, and I just lost my thread. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to go under one of your and then through this one of that, and then just pull it tight. And you're going to do it again, that little part that you just made. Then you're going to go through. Now the other thing I like to do sometimes is add a tad bit of glue on these backs. That way I know my stitches are not going to go. Let's see if that, there we go. That way I know my stitches aren't going to go anywhere. So next, I'm going to show you how to finish. You're going to finish this off just exactly the same way as the other. The trick is to make sure you get it enough to get that knot in there. So then I'm just going to pick a spot, poke through, and then the way that I did this is I just pick a spot, poke, and there we go. That's how I do this. Now, my stitches are completely off, as you can see. I mean, look at that, they're like all off. But if you don't want them that way, flip it over. If you want them all even, I'm going to go a little bit further down and just poke. My mom told me this idea, and it works fabulous. Thank you, Mom. So the trick is you have to flip it over, though, to make sure you still get in the right hole, which is fine. And you can totally take a ruler to do what you want, to pick what you want, what line, how high up, how all that. So, and now the way that I do my corners with these, let's go right in there. I'm going to make a little right over here, and that is going to, there we go. Just keep going. So, and when if you're not using it, it's good to have your hands right between where you're going to put your needle in to give that paper a little bit of extra stabilization. So there's that, how you do that one. And so we're going to, we'll finish this. Actually, I'm going to pause you guys and I'll be back with this finished. So what I do to seal these is I just put a little bit of glue. Put a lot up there. And that's how I make sure my knots and where I put them are good. And I just set aside and let it dry. So here's how this one looks. We will decorate this in a little bit. So the next one we're going to do is just a simple strip stitch. And again, if you want it, you can just make your holes and do it that way if you want them even. I like the uneven look. I'm kind of weird that way. And I'm just going to do along here and up here because I just want it on this edge. You can totally do tons of different stitch ideas. Here we go. Like you can do a zigzag, you need to add another knot. And that would be, I would suggest if you're going to do zigzag to actually punch your zigzag before you do it, because I have not been successful on that, but I'm all good with the straight stitch and the edging and my little X's. Okay, that's doubled. Sometimes you have to double these because it is paper, and you're punching a needle hole in there bigger than what your thread is, so it is going to come out. Okay, so again, I'm holding on to this. Let me get a little closer for you guys. Okay, I'm holding on both sides. That way I am stabilizing this. So I'm just punching down, and then I'm going to punch up. Very simple. Alright, do one more and then we are going to go back. And the way I'm going to go back is I'm going to punch right in between these and put a needle. That way it kind of gives it an overlapping look. You totally don't have to do this, it's just something I like to do. And here we go. So now I just need to tie this. You want to make sure you leave enough thread to tie. I have done that before where I have not. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue where the knots are. Alright. So, as busy as this is, it's kind of hard to see the stitches. But you can totally do this method and stitch all the way around your paper. So let's decorate these. And I'm going to fast forward through this process, that way you guys can see, but still you won't have to take so much time. Put it away. All right. All right, so here we go. Here are the two cards we finished. And here's that. And so you can totally add hand stitching to a card without having a sewing machine. And they turn out so cute. So I hope you guys learned and enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you did, please think of giving it a thumbs up and think of subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.